Um, Let me know if you can see it.
Almost. Hold on, it's loading. There we go. Take it away.
Beautiful. Thank you. Hi everyone. My name is Patrick Fuzrini. I am a solution consultant with the k-ecommerce team. Now, k-ecommerce is a an online platform, an e-commerce platform specifically designed for business to business, and we achieve that type of detail in business to business transactions primarily through our tight integration with various ERPs. In this case, we're talking about GP, of course. So today, I'm going to go through a demo, a quick demo of our platform to give you all an idea of what it is in a nutshell. I'll be moving pretty quick throughout the various topics, but obviously this is just a glimpse. So at any point, you can feel free to reach out to us, and we can do a full-on, hour long or so presentation. So with that said, let's jump into it. First things first, I'm going to be working with the demo environment that you see on my screen. So this is an online store that we have created using our system. And with that, there are two main pieces that I want to cover here today with the time we have. The first one is the business to business aspect. So I'm going to try and highlight some key B2B features that we offer online. And then the second one, of course, is going to be our integration with GP. But before we go into that, I have to talk about design. So the overall look and feel of this site. Naturally, you're spinning up an online store. You want to make sure that it matches your branding and that people recognize that this website is yours. So to do that, we have a content management system or a CMS that lets you pretty much control everything on the site, whether that's the logo and the color scheme of the site, the images that you see, the overall layout of the page, and so on. So that's really what the CMS of our platform is designed to control. To give you a quick idea as to what that'll look like, I'm going to jump into the back end to show you how you can actually create pages on the fly pretty quickly. So I'll change tabs here, and what you're going to see essentially is a blank page that I have. Let me just put it in full screen. And ultimately, what this represents is a tool that we have, a new feature that we've created called our Page Builder. This feature lets you create your own pages for pretty much any static content that you would want on your platform. Think of things like meet the team, about us, frequently asked questions, or of course, your homepage design. And it's designed to be quite easy to use. It's fully designed to work on a smartphone as well as a full-on desktop, so you can essentially control your blank web page, the size that you want to see. And then it's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is open up the widgets and build the page itself by dragging different elements in and dropping them. So naturally, my page is going to include a title at the top. So I'm going to drag this single section here at the top of the page. And maybe I want to create another section that has two columns set up, so I can do that. And maybe I'll add a third section here that's got sort of an offset section. Now, once we've created the general page structure, it's time to add content to that page to build it. So I can do things like drag my page title in, and you'll see it there. And then I can say, this is my page title. And then I want to keep going. I can drag other elements that you see on the screen into the page. So that includes things like buttons that have a certain URL linked to it so customers can click on it, dragging in images, sliders, just general text blocks, and so on. The idea at the end of the day is that you can build your own pages quite effectively and quite easily using the tools that we offer in the system. And obviously, this is not a page I'm going to publish right now because it's not finished. But once you are ready to publish it, all you have to do is click save, and that page will be available for potential publication down the line. So that's my segment on design. At the end of the day, you can create pages that look like this, like what you're seeing before you, where you've got your slider images and your different content blocks set up throughout the homepage. Now to get into the details. We're going to take it from the point of view of a customer here. Really, when a customer is visiting the store that you have spun up, your web store, they might be a registered customer, they might not be. Typically in the B2B experience, they are. And so if you'd like to, you can turn on or off the ability for customers to purchase before they've logged in, right? A key component of B2B buying is that we know who they are, we know what price they should be getting, and we know what products that they should be buying. And so with that philosophy, before logging in, we can lock the website down so that people cannot actually purchase or even see your prices until they have registered as a customer with you. So you can see here, I see the products, but I can't actually buy anything. Now, of course, B2C or direct buying is also supported in the system. So if you want to open it up to the public and let anybody purchase online, they can do that sort of thing too. But for the sake of today's presentation, I'm going to sign in and pretend that I'm an existing customer that has been buying for years and years. And so all I have to do is add my email address and password and sign in. And when I do that, I'll essentially be brought here to my dashboard page that shows me the latest, all of my information, the latest orders that I have placed under my account with you, as well as some other information like frequently ordered products and the likes. Now, the latest orders are synced directly from GP. So that means all of the information that you might be seeing related to the details on these orders, as well as the status of those orders, are dependent on what's going on in GP. So they provide real updates as to what's happening for each and every order. Has it been shipped? Has it been invoiced? Is it still pending? Well, that information is automatically communicated to a customer just because of our integration. At any point in time, a customer can open up one of their old orders and see all of the details related to that order. And if they're the type of buyer that orders the same thing all the time, well, it's pretty easy. They can just click this order again button to add all of those same items to today's shopping cart. You can see that those two items from the previous order were added with, of course, today's price. So when we talk about B2B features, we talk about the ability to order from the from a past order if they're returning customers. We talk about the ability to purchase maybe certain items that they're allowed to. This is a key component as well. The idea that not every customer should be able to see and buy every product that you offer. And so with that philosophy, we can restrict access to certain items or certain products from GP to only be bought by certain customers. Now, if we want to continue in shop, I won't go through all your typical steps, but of course, customers can find the products they're looking for by searching either through keyword search, through categories, and a number of other ways. But ultimately, they find their way on the products that they want to purchase. They can see inventory levels from GP, or they can open it up to actually read up on those items before adding it to the shopping cart. Whenever an item's added to the cart, it pops up here down the right-hand side. You see your little notification. You see the information related to that item. What I really should point out is that now that I'm logged in, all of a sudden those same products that we were reviewing before now have a price associated to them. And this price is dependent on who the customer is. With that integration, we're able to see all of the customer-specific prices that are set up within GP and reflect those online for the buyers. That way, each customer that logs in might see a different price here, and it's all based on what they should be seeing, uh, based on their agreed terms with you. The last thing I'll say before making my way to the checkout page is that I talked about the last 5 orders that were placed under the customer's account, but of course it goes much further. I have access here as an existing account to see all of my past orders and invoices within the system. And I can search for pretty much any one of these orders by date and by other criteria. So I get a full look into my account details, and it's not just web orders that I'm seeing here. This can be any and all orders that exist within GP, despite me maybe placing these orders from a different sales channel, i.e. not the web store. At the end of the day, this allows me to filter through my account without having to call anybody, without having to go through my emails to see, past invoice documents and all that sort of thing. It's all here for me and all updated in real time due to our integration. With that said, I can go ahead and proceed to the checkout page, where I'll gain access to pretty much your typical order information that you would need. I mean, we've all been here. We've all bought something online. Billing information is set up. Shipping information is set up. Shipping rates are calculated as well through a number of different ways. We actually go out directly to some of the carriers that you see on our screen and calculate the rates depending on what they should be giving us. So lots of different ways to do shipping. Bottom line, we get to the checkout section where I can confirm my order. But before that, I have to obviously select a payment. Now, just like the products themselves, payment information can be different depending on the customer that's buying. Naturally, your B2B customers might have on accounts set up. They might have something like a net 30 or net 45. So they don't want to be putting in a credit card and paying now. They want to bill it on their account. And then at the end of their cycle, you'll send them an invoice. Other customers, maybe you'll only allow them to pay by credit card, or maybe you'll give everyone the option as I've done here. So depending on what you need to do, you can achieve it here. Before confirming, I'll just finish on this note is that our platform is fully PCI level 1 certified. Really what that means is that all of the sensitive data related to payments, so credit cards and bank accounts, are all tokenized and secured in our PCI environment. And every year we recertify ourselves to make sure that we are up to date with all of the security standards related to properly capturing this type of data and passing it on to a payment processor to finalize. And with that said, I can confirm my order. Now, instead of confirming my order here, I'm actually going to change windows to another website. I'm going to confirm it there simply because that environment will be connected to GP. And I want to conclude today's session by talking about the integration itself so that we can see firsthand that not only the integration makes sure that we're getting up-to-date pricing and inventory, but that at the end, when a customer confirms that order, it'll automatically be created in GP so that you can fulfill it the way that you normally do. So to do that, I'm going to open up another environment. The design of the store obviously is a little bit different, but the information holds. You get your billing information, you get your shipping information, different addresses, and so on. And I'm going to bill it on my account where when I confirm this order, a few things happen in the background. The first one is that an email is being sent, or two emails are being sent out. One to your internal team to let them know, hey, a new order just came into the system. And two, of course, to the customer saying, thank you for your order. The third and probably most important piece that's happening in the background here is that that order is being created in GP within seconds. And if I open that up, you can actually see the GP order number listed as 2244. So that means this order exists in GP right now. And if I open up Great Plains to see it, I can do that pretty easily just by going to my previously created order. Now, with the minute or so that is left, what I'll say is that the key criteria here is that that order exists in the system the same way that any other order would typically be created here in GP. There's no extra windows or tables that need to be set up in GP because you spin up an online store. You've got all of your order information, all of your details, everything is written to a batch ID that you can name. And from here, you pick, pack, and ship those goods out. And when you add tracking information and you ship it out, everybody will be aware because the online store will change its order status to what it should be. Really high level view of everything. Just want to give a quick thank you to Amy and the team for setting these types of sessions up. They're really helpful for anybody, I'm sure.
Thanks, Patrick. As always, love seeing your product, and I might want one of those Dyson hair dryers.